students, welcome to my YouTube channel GRMGA E-Learning Center. Dear students, today we discussed about the Indian Contract Act 1872 in CA, Corporate and Other Laws paper. Okay students, in this subject, first the Indian Contract Act 1872, we are discussing the topic. Okay students, contracts of indemnity and guarantee. So in this contract act mentioned in various sections, contract of indemnity and guarantee section 124 to 147. Next, this is classified into different contracts. That is, one of the contract is contract of indemnity. So this matter was mentioned in section 124, section 125. So next, contract of guarantee, section 126 and 127. Next, nature of surety's liability, section 128. Continuing guarantee, section 129 to 132. So discharge of surety, section 133 to 139. The students' rights of surety, section 140 to 140, 140 to 147. So then, introduction of the Indian Contract Act 1872. So contract of indemnity and guarantee are the special types of contracts given under section 124 to 147 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. So both the contracts are modes of compensation based on certain similar principles. However, both differs from each other on several issues. Okay students, first one is contract of indemnity. So now we discuss about contract of indemnity. Contract of indemnity is defined in section 124 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. A contract by which one party promises to save the other from loss caused to him by the conduct of the promisor himself or by the conduct of any other person is called a contract of indemnity. Okay students, there are two parties in this form of contract. The party who promises to indemnity or save the other party from loss is known as indemnifier. Okay students, whereas the party who is promised to be saved against the loss is known as indemnified or indemnity holder. Okay students, indemnifier, indemnified, these are called as first indemnifier promises to indemnify or save the other party from loss is called indemnifier. Okay, indemnified is called who is promised to be saved against the loss. Okay students, example 1 we are discuss for this topic. We take one example, that is, a many contract to indemnity be against the consequences of any proceedings which C may take against B in respect of some 5,000 rupees advanced by C to B. In consequence, when B, who is called upon to pay the sum of money to C, fails to do so, C would be able to recover the amount from A as provided in section 124. The students, as well as we see the next one, example 2. X, a shareholder of a company, lost his share certificate. He applied for the duplicate. The company agreed to issue the same on the term that X will compensate the company against the loss where any holder produces the original certificate. Here there is there is contract of indemnity between X and the company. Okay, this is analyzed as follows. To indemnity means to compensate or make good the loss. Thus, under the contract of indemnity, the existence of loss is essential. Unless the promisee has suffered a loss, he cannot hold the promiser liable on the contract of indemnity. However, the above definition of indemnity restricts the scope of contracts of indemnity in such in as much as it covers only the loss caused by the conduct of the promiser himself, or second one by the conduct of any other person. Thus, loss occasioned by the conduct of the promisee or accident or an act of God is not covered. A contract of indemnity, like any other contract, may be express or implied. A contract of indemnity is like any other contract and must fulfill all the essentials of a valid contract, like consideration, pre-consent, competency of contract, lawful object, etc. So we take the example one. A asks B to beat C, promising to indemnify him against the consequences. The promisee of A cannot be enforced. Suppose B beats C and C fined and B beats C and is fined rupees 1000 rupees. B cannot claim this amount from A because the object of the agreement is unlawful. A contract of fire insurance or marine insurance is always a contract of indemnity, but there is no contract of indemnity in case of contract of life insurance. Okay, students, we see the rights of indemnity holder when sued as per the section 125 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. The promisee in a contract of indemnity acting within the scope of his authority is entitled to recover from the promiser or identifier. First one, all damages which he may be compelled to pay in any suit in respect of any matter to which the promisee to indemnify applies. All costs which he may be compelled to pay in any such suit if in bringing or defending it he did not contravene the orders of the promiser and acted as it would have been prudent for him to act in the absence of any contract of indemnity, or if the promiser authorized him to bring or defend the suit. Third one is all sums which he may have paid under the terms of any compromise of any such suit. If the compromise was not contrary to the orders of the promiser and was one which it would have been fraudulent for the promisee to make in the absence of any contract of indemnity, or if the promiser authorized him to compromise the suit. So students, we can analyze it as follows in this topic, this rights of indemnity. In a contract of indemnity, the promisee, that is indemnity holder, acting within the scope of his authority, is entitled to recover from the promiser, that is indemnifier, the following rights. So students, first one, all damages which he may be compelled to pay in any suit. Second one, all costs which he may have been compelled to pay in bringing or defending the suit. And third one, all sums which he may have paid under the terms of any compromise of suit. It may be understood that the rights contemplated under Section 125 are not exhaustive. The indemnity holder or indemnified has other rights beside those mentioned above. If he has occurred a liability and that liability is absolute, he is entitled to call upon his indemnifier to save him from the liability and to pay it off. Okay, students, in this topic we must understand one thing is in the Indian Contract Act is silent about the rights which the indemnifier has and carrying out his promise to indemnity, but they are similar to the rights of a surety under Section 141 of the Indian Contract Act. Okay, students. So this is the uh, one of the topic in this class. Another topic is discussed in another class. So we meet the new topic. We meet next in with the another topic. Okay, students. Thank you very much.